I can't ignore, because to me, elevating it just like that is letting the Buffalo Bills off the hook. Last time I checked, we looked at Josh Allen, and we said, yo, man, what's going on? You in an AFC Championship game a few years ago. You and Patrick Mahomes was going at it. You were supposed to be the heir apparent and stuff like that. Stuff ain't work out. You lose. Joe Burrow comes up there, goes to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Last year at the AFC Championship game. And instead of thinking about Josh Allen, we thinking about Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow going up against one another, okay? So you got Stefon Diggs, this brother all-world receiver, but clearly wasn't happy. He walked out, didn't want to talk to nobody. They came into training camp. They had some friction. They had to get settled and all of this other stuff. Brother wants out, by the way. I'm just telling you what I know. I got my own sources. Brother wants out. He don't want to be in Buffalo anymore. He don't want to. I'm telling you right now. I have my sources. Stefon Diggs got to be there, but he would prefer to be gone because he's lost a level of belief in the Buffalo Bills. That's right. I said it. It's Stephen A, baby. I'm telling you what I know. Okay. They can deny it. They can tell you what to do. I have my sources. I'm telling you what I know. All right. But he's not going to force his way out. He know he got to be there and they got to perform. But he ain't feeling the Buffalo Bills the way that he once did because he feels there's a window of opportunity that they may have missed out on. Josh Allen's got to show them that's not true.
Well, it seems that Stephen A. Smith did it again. He started up some shit on First Take this morning. He flat out said that his sources say Stefon Diggs from the Buffalo Bills wants out of there. He says that Stefon Diggs sees his window of opportunity closing with the Buffalo Bills. Is it true? Does it even matter if it's true? Right now, it's all over Twitter, or X if you want to call it, and just about every sports media outlet is running with the story. All of the ESPN shows, all of the Fox Sports shows are all going to be talking about Stephen A. Smith putting a story out there saying that Stefon Diggs wants out of Buffalo. Does it matter if it's true? Nope. Not at all. I want y'all to remember something. Stephen A. Smith may be a host on ESPN, but he's a master marketer. He knows controversy brings eyeballs. Eyeballs bring advertisers. Advertisers bring money. And lest we forget, all of this is about money. Stephen A. Smith is beginning to promote his show with his new sidekick, Shannon Sharpe. Skip Bayless is set to launch his new show with his new sidekicks, Lil Wayne and some other guys, and possibly Michael Irvin. That's set to debut on August 28th. But the big question that remains is how many people still want to tune in to watch grown men scream at each other for 2 or 3 hours a day on television? How many people still want to see contrived debate shows? Shannon Sharpe has a pretty good podcast. He doesn't really need to be on First Take. Stephen A. Smith, his podcast has begun to take off. I don't think he needs to be on ESPN anymore. I know Skip Bayless has a podcast as well. I'm not sure what kind of numbers he generates, but I'm pretty sure he needs to be on Fox Sports. In regards to Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe, I think their podcasts are better than the shows they put on ESPN. I almost think that ESPN and Fox Sports would do better by simply broadcasting the podcast. If they just showed the podcast being produced, these guys sitting at a desk doing it like Rush Limbaugh style and not worrying about these debate shows. Because if you're relying on the First Take model, you get takes like you got today, where Stephen A. just comes out of left field with his sources saying that he knows that Stefon Diggs wants out of Buffalo. Is it true? Well, if you listen to the main source, that being Stefon Diggs, he says, hell no, it's not true. Look at what he tweeted out shortly after Stephen A. Smith gave that bombastic statement on his show. This is what Stefon Diggs tweeted earlier. 100% not true. I don't know who the source is, but I thought I nipped this shit in the bud already. Then he added another tweet. Rocking with my dogs. Bills Mafia, heart, through and through. So who do you believe? Actually, it doesn't matter who you believe. People are talking about it. People like me are making videos about it. There's guys all over YouTube talking about Stefon Diggs leaving Buffalo, actually making fun of Buffalo Bills fans because their big wide receiver wants to get out of town. Not understanding that stuff can turn around and come back on you next year, depending on what team you're on. But it doesn't matter if it's true. It's now part of the conversation. It's being covered by every sports media outlet. And who do you think everyone is talking about? Stephen A. Smith. As long as people are talking about Stephen A. Smith, They aren't paying any attention to Skip Bayless. You have to believe that's what Stephen A. Smith really wants. Like I said, Stephen A. Smith is a master of marketing. Let me know what you guys think. You're putting any credence into this rumor that Stephen A. Smith started, that Stefon Diggs wants out of the Buffalo Bills organization, or is it just Stephen A. Smith being Stephen A. Smith? Talk to you soon.